Hello, Samir Abid here from Your Data Driven. If you've ever started to look at data analysis or you've started to think, oh, I'm going to start using my data and working out how to improve, the first place that most people tell you to look is the speed trace. But what does good look like and what is not good? And what can you really start to gather from this squiggly lines on the page? Here I've got two laps compared, but unless you've done this before, what can you really tell from what's going on here? They look pretty similar. They're going up and they're going down. What is it that they are telling you? So what I've decided to do in this little preview is just to show you. So the thing is, you can watch someone driving and you can go, that's slow and that's quick. So how can you translate that into these squiggly lines on a page? So let's have a little quick look. I'm going to start off with a fast lap, and then we'll look at a slow lap in a minute. And then you can start to see, right, okay, these are what the lines are telling me. And what's the difference is here, which is hopefully a little bit novel to help you along the way, is that we're going to draw the lines, we're going to draw it live. And we're going to do that so that you can see it with like live telemetry or whatever what people wanted to call it. But you can see it drawn live. So you can see, right, this is what's happening in the car and this is the line on the trace. Now, given the world situation at the moment, I'm going to use a simulator for this, but the point is it doesn't really matter because this translates to any kind of analysis. So when you're doing your analysis, unless you're using live telemetry, you'll be presented with this kind of thing. But what I want you to do is get in your mind what that translates to in the real world. So let's go and have a look. So here we are at Monza in our Ferrari. Okay, our virtual one at least. You've got the view out of the over the bonnet in the top left. You've got the track map on the right, so you can see we're at Monza. You've got me at my sim rig, such as it is. But the reason is that you can see my steering and you can also see my footwork. Yeah, so my pedals. So the right pedal is the throttle and the middle pedal is the brake. And I'm going to be left foot braking for this, just so you know. And then we've got the speed in the middle, and then we've got this chart underneath, and this is the sort of telemetry area, and this is what we're going to try and do. This is how I'm going to try and relate the real world stuff, sim real world, whatever, to the actual traces below. So let's have a look. So here we go, we're on the straight right now, and we're coming in, and you can see here, this line is the speed trace, and you can see it if we just roll back a little bit. So here we're doing 165 miles an hour, and then if you look at my foot, step on the brake, I've stepped on the brake, and now the speed's coming down. Okay, this is 101. Let's orientate ourselves with what's going on here before we start to look at the performance side, okay? So let's roll back again. Let's do that again. Right, here we go. So watching for the braking point. And we're through the corner. Okay, so that was reasonably okay, I would say. So let's have a look at a slower lap. An obviously slower lap. And what I'm going to do is take this fast lap, notionally fast lap, and compare it with an obviously slower lap. The purpose being, not so you can critique my terrible driving, the purpose being so that you can see the differences and start to understand how this speed trace looks for when you're going slow and when you're going quickly. And what happens is you can start to see the shapes, and then we can start to build a picture of what's good and what's not. Okay, here we are, back onto the start-finish line. The trace you can see on the speed channel right now is the complete fast lap from the previous lap. So now, look at the video. You'll be able to see immediately that I'm driving a lot slower, but then look down at the speed trace and see what that looks like. And then all we're trying to do is relate what I'm doing on the track to what this trace is doing right down here. Let's have a look. Good to see. Absolutely pedestrian coming into the corner, but that's the difference here. You can now see that's what that looks like. That's what pedestrian looks like, and that's what fast looks like. Okay, so that's the speed channel. We're going to go into that in way more detail, understand what the gradients mean, what that roll off means, what you should really be trying to look at. But we're just trying to orientate yourself with what's going on. So thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it.